morning, teachers and students. This is Alberto Gonzalez. Welcome to this episode of CTN Student News.
Hey, remember to turn in your overdue library books.
Students, please look for library books that are overdue and return them to the library.
It's my on time, boys and girls. We're going to have a contest this last 9 weeks, and it's going to be based on the number of minutes each student spends reading. The class with the highest percentage of students achieving their minute goal in each grade level will win a very yummy prize.
Additionally, students who meet their goal will also win a very special prize.
So get reading, boys and girls.
Get those minutes.
What have we been waiting for? The winner of the Read Across America Door Decorating Contest.
Good job, first grade. You won the door decorating contest for Real Cross America.
Well, we have a special guest here today. Why don't you take a moment and introduce yourself?
Hi, yes, I'm Mr. Bolton. I am a Terrace Hills math teacher, but I'm also a coach for various sports. But I believe we're here to talk about wrestling, aren't we?
What would you like to tell us about the wrestling?
First, I would like to say I coach 5 sports: football, baseball, basketball, soccer. Wrestling is my favorite. Wrestling is been ingrained with me almost my whole life, and it was my favorite sport in high school. And I want to say that I did pretty well in it, that so much so that I know a lot about the sport. I want to reach out to the Terrace Hills students and say that we have various positions, different weight classes available that need to be filled for our competition. We still have 2 more weeks of wrestling season. We'll have a tournament this Saturday on, I believe that's March 26th, and we have our district tournament next Saturday on April 2nd. Now, wrestling, what's very unique about it is it's an individual sport that relies solely on what you put into it. So if you work incredibly hard and extremely hard, you only have to rely on what you do and your actions as an athlete. That's a lot different from other sports that rely on. Basketball has 4 other members that you need to count on to do their job. Football has 10 other members, 11 total, that you need to count on to do your job. Wrestling only has 1, and that's going to be you. So you get into this sport what you put in. I also want to state that unlike basketball and football and baseball, you could be facing guys that are a lot bigger than you, or girls that are a lot bigger and stronger than you. Not with wrestling. With wrestling, we have weight classes. You're going to be wrestling against someone who is your size relatively. Now, they might be like thinner, taller, but they're still going to weigh just as much as you. Kind of helps you if you're shorter too, because you're a little bit shorter, stockier, and stronger. I'm not saying that you're at a disadvantage if you're tall and lanky, because if you know how to start doing your moves, you can be one of those guys that are very long and wiry. I call them Gumbies.
And if you have never wrestled before, do the kids learn how to wrestle?
We cover all the basics. Baseball, football, basketball, soccer, these are sports that you've been introduced to, you kind of understand the rules to, and you've had at least some experience with. Wrestling, not so much. I mean, besides wrestling, your siblings or your cousins or your friends, you don't really fully understand the rules. It's okay. We cover that. We explain how you're supposed to start, what the rules are for you to score in a match. And another unique thing about wrestling has a lot of unique characteristics, is that it's a sport competition that can end almost immediately. Your match can end in a matter of 3 to 5 seconds if you know how to pin someone. Now, you could be losing score-wise, and I'll talk about scoring whenever you come out, but you could be losing 15 points to 1 point. But if you turn around, grab the opponent, put them on their back, and lay their shoulders flat for 3 seconds, that's called a pin, and you automatically win.
Well, that's very interesting.
Yes, it is. Come on out, guys. If you're interested for wrestling, I know a lot about the sport. We have a lot of kids that are already out there. It'd be great for you to come try it out. Something that you're not really comfortable with, you don't know much about, that's okay. We're going to teach you all about it. I want to say don't knock it until you try it. Come on out. You like it? That's great. If you don't, then I'll have to at least give you some kudos for trying something new.
I just started here, but my favorite thing about Collins Elementary is when I started, I got friends, and then we played a lot. So I really realized that Collins is a good school for me. My favorite memory of Collins is when I play tag with my best friends.
My favorite part of Collins Elementary is when I make friends, and when I barely start here, I love library and I love art.
Signing you off and wishing you a great day of learning. See you next week, same time, same site.
See you next week.